We are now live at ManLand, and I know there's no one watching. That's because I'm still playing around with this live chat thing. Now it appears that we got. That's because. Oh, got a hit. Mute. Mute. Now there we go. Unmute. All right. Is this the yep. Come on, man. You think you know how to do this right here. There we go. We're gonna write Heidi over here in the YouTube section. HOWDY. Why am I mirrored? Coca-Cola spelled backwards on my cap. Not good. Now let's go to here. That's crazy. Where's the gearbox? There it is. Settings. Logitech default voice. Yeah. Cancel. That didn't work. That's crazy. What does that little camera thing say? This page is accessing your camera and microphone. Continue microphone. Yes. Yes. Done. Set media. Manage media settings. What's media settings? Phone. Fault. Manage Toshiba. Nope. I hit done, I guess. I reckon. Man, I don't know. Close that out. Thank you. Because if I point that way, which is toward the door, see how it turns out here on hello. Hello. Wow. They's got a heck of a delay here too. And see, yep, it's backwards. It's right the opposite. Does it say Coca-Cola? Let's see. Come on, man. Turn the light around here. Quit moving up. Coca-Cola. Hey, wait a minute. It's the Google Plus thingy. It's got me backwards. Hey, man, the Google Plus is showing me backwards here. Okay, that don't make no sense. It sure don't. I tell you, this live chat stuff is something else. I'm just going to hit this button right here and pay attention to what's going on. One watching now. That must be me. Okay, now I'm going to share this right quick. How you share? Hit share. And it says to Google Plus. Let's say I'm gonna write here. Quick chat BEFOR before the Walking Dead comes on. Now, I shared it. Now I get to go back up here. That thing is still, it's got a heck of a delay, I tell you. Let's see here. I'm trying to. Oh, that's supposed to be straight up and down right there. That's still buried, huh? For what? What are he looking for? I don't know. What is he looking for? I thought he had everything he needed. Kids are always needing something. See here, what we got here. So we got this button. I need to hit that button. Now. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is amateur artist Martin D. Chandler. One heck of a delay here. I don't know why it's always choppy. I've got high-speed internet, but for some reason, this thing right here just does not do very well. I think I need to update some software and get me a new webcam and, you know, the whole 9 yards and all that good stuff right there. So what we're going to chat about is I'm going to sit here and talk to myself, I reckon. Hey, Martin, how you doing? I'm doing mighty fine. How you doing today? Oh, man, I had a rough day. I'm telling you, man, it was just rough. Oh, why was it rough? Well, it just was rough. I had to work. Oh, I can see that. Okay. There's Mr. Rick. I knew he had to be out there somewhere. Rick, I'm going to type to you, man. It's going to have a delay here on this internet stuff here. Where do you... Why won't it let me? Dang, it won't let me. I'll hit that button. What does that do? I'm going to hit a smiley face, I guess. Then what do? Hit enter? Well, I was trying to type I'm doing fine. And you? Question mark. Rick, you finally got your webcam running? Here's Mark Martin. I knew Mark had to be around. That's right. I'm so glad for y'all to see me. I guarantee. I can't hear myself on this here volume button thing here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got it muted. I'm watching the YouTube version. It's got one heck of a lag. Uh-huh. Well, Rick, how do you make them there videos if you ain't got no webcam, man? You know, I just carry my laptop everywhere I go out there, man. That's how I film on my stuff. No, I'm a joking. That's how I actually used to do it when I first started my YouTube. Now I'm using my, what is this thing called? A Galaxy S. Everybody wants to say it's a Galaxy 5. I said it looks like a letter S. It's old technology, but it works. As soon as my income tax check comes in, I'm going to go up there and get me a real video camera from Walmart. Guarantee you. Okay, guys and gals out there. Well, right now, no gals out there. Darn. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all know. This will be a very short video because The Walking Dead comes on at 8 o'clock. And that's about an hour and 20 minutes away. So I'm going to shut this thing down and keep up and see who dies this particular episode. I'm a Walking Dead fanatic. I'm probably one of their greatest fans. I'm also one of their worst critics, too. But they won't listen to me. There's Mr. Freedom Bushcraft. I guarantee you. Who wants a quick cam shot out there? I need to get somebody on here. I'm tired of talking to myself. Hey, Mark, make sure you come on back now before 8 o'clock now because, like I say, I'm going to shut this thing down before The Walking Dead comes on. I decided to jump on here right quick and got me one of these new, I ain't going to say this is new. I'm going to try to show it right quick. It's going to be too bright, I'm sure. But I went to Dollar General up there and got me one of them LED 60-watt light bulbs because I got tired of these daggone bulbs around here blowing. I got 140 watt up there in the ceiling up there, and that thing puts out about as much light as a tea light candle. Hey, no problem there, Mr. Freedom. I tell you what, man, we really have enjoyed your swamping adventures out there. Well, Mr. Mark, hey, if you gotta go get gas for your car, then let your car sit still and you don't need no gas for it, okay? Trump back Jim. Who all wants the link right here? I'm gonna send it to your YouTube channel thing, your private doohickey thing there. There's old Charlie Rock of the Rock Rock. I was supposed to give him a shout out, and I got held up. So Charlie, here's your shout out. Charlie Rock Rock. Charlie Rock Rock. Hey, shut the hell up. Hey. I got a hush now. I tell you what, this camera right here is real fuzzy for some reason. Let me go back to the Google section here and see what's going on. Excuse my fingers, y'all. I washed this morning. Let me put it right there and see what happens. All right, that looks a little, if I remain real still, I'm going to have to figure out a way to hook up a cell phone camera. Of course, you can sit there. I tell you what now. You can take your cell phone and text. It's all legal. Just don't let the blue lights see you. For some reason, they don't like that kind of stuff.
Right. All right.
That's I
said right.
Right what?
What did you say?
Oh yeah. You don't let them blue lights see you doing nothing. As long as they don't see you doing it, you ain't doing nothing illegal. I'll guarantee you.
If they don't see you, they can't prove it.
That's right. If they don't see you, they ain't got no reason to pull you over. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I see we got Amber in here. Hello, Mrs. Amber. We got, let's see, who all we got in here? We got Mr. Charlie Rock of the Rock and Rock Rock. We got Amber McCammon. I hope I pronounced that right. Y'all, that's why I don't like pronouncing people's names here after I read them. You know, I'm from the South, and we ain't learned how to spell, much less talk yet. We got Mr. Rick Harris. Now, we had earlier here, we got SKS, you go. Where you going, SKS? You go. Freedom Bushcraft, you know, he popped in and say howdy, and he left on out of here. And what this right here, a Turnback Jim, I gotta say howdy to him. I'm scrolling up, so I can't see everything that's written right now. My wife usually tells me everything that's going on, but she's behind the times. She just now got off the phone with her mom. Let me hit that button right there. It says more comments below. Okay, there it goes. Now we ready to rock and roll. If there's anybody out there who happen to have a webcam and would like to get in on this here particular segment, let me know now. I will send the link to your PM here on YouTube, as long as you have that about section listed where we can send you the private link. I'm not getting on Facebook, because when I get on there, I get bombarded by 10,000 people over there, and I just don't like Facebook, y'all. I'm sorry. I just don't. Facebook, no, that's just a glorified MySpace. All right, I ain't seen no takers out there yet. Come on now, somebody type in and say, yes, I want a link. I want a link. I want a link. Is your sixes covered? Yes, it is. Howdy. All right, Charlie. Mr. Charlie said he wants a link. It's about time I finally got a bite on that there fishing pole. Mr. Charlie, I am now opening up your page. It takes a little bit of time here. I got a fast internet, but my actual browser is mighty slow. There's an about 20 minutes later. All right, now it says send message. All right, now there it is. I'm gonna right click, hit the paste button. No. I just did that wrong. That's YouTube. You don't want to go to YouTube. Let me go. Oh Lord. Remember, Mark, hit that hangout button right there. There you go. Copy that one. There we go. Now we're screaming. Y'all can tell I'm a real professional here. Hit the paste. All right, there it is, Miss Achata. It says message sent. Mrs. Manland. Oh Lord, who let the women in?
I'm talking like a
I am the official member of the He-Man Woman Hater Club. No girls allowed. No girls allowed. Women drool. Men rule. Who? If my mama was on here, she'd beat the heck out of me right now. Oh, I look blurry on that thing. Really choppy. I think the size is too large. I need to compress that thing down a little bit.
As you can tell, I said, hey, you guys, like I'm from the north.
Hey, you guys.
You know,
There we go.
The Rock is back again.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Oh, what happened?
Do it.
There it is.
How you doing, partner?
I'm doing okie dokie. I'm trying to get. Hold on. Now I got both of them open. I'm trying to get over here. This is crazy, y'all. Now I got hit. Comments below. Charlie, go ahead and talk to me a little bit. Let me see how clear your transmission comes through here on the YouTube version, or as they call it, external.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you great.
That must be coming through pretty good then.
Absolutely good.
That's called we good.
Well, what size resolution are you broadcasting at? Do you know?
I haven't got a clue.
I don't either. I've got a very ancient Logitech webcam, which takes the best pictures as far as a webcam goes that I personally own right now. That's not saying much.
Mine's just built into the computer. I'm on a laptop. So.
Have you seen Charlie yet? His picture ain't pop. There he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a built.
Yeah, but it picks up. I need to go back to the one built in here at this Toshiba. I know it's like really, really bad resolution.
I don't know. Does mine look pretty clear? It does to me anyway.
Actually, yours looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Now you got a lot of shadows. It must be the light in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this 60-watt LED. See how bright I am now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna turn it around here again. I'm working on a better lighting system, but before I do that, spend that kind of money, which is probably gonna be this old lampshade right here, just a white sheet. I'm gonna try to get a little better webcam, something a little bit more updated.
I can understand that. You know,
now, Mr. Rick says his son is home, and he says, "quote I will get his sky camera."
Mr. Vice President.
Camera. Mr. Vice President. Y'all, there is Tommy. I'm a redneck prophet. That is the next Vice President of the United States. He is in the house. Charlie, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Talk to these folks and entertain them while I go fix me another drink.
I'm sitting here feeling peels. I'm not sure why I can entertain anybody.
You're in charge. Charles is in charge.
Good evening, world. Welcome to the Charlie Rock Show, formerly the ManLand Show. Tonight we're running a variety. Whatever you want: bushcraft, silver, sex, drugs, rock and roll. Well, forget the sex, that ain't working. The drugs, rock and roll, alcohol, or in my case, Gatorade. Plenty of prescription drugs to take.
He says, what happened to you last night?
I'm pretty much a walking pharmacy here. I see you're back at yours now.
Oh no, I'm finished. Hold on, I gotta. Mr. Rick is here somewhere. There he is. Hold on, Mr. Rick. Shoot. Right click. This cotton picker right here. I tell you what.
What did you say?
What the heck are you doing?
We are alive and starting to thrive over here.
I got to refresh for some reason.
Oh no.
Now, there's Mr. Rick. Now we right click there. Now we opened up into a new tab. Mr. Rick of the Harris, right now I am attempting to send you a link. However, on your YouTube page, you do not have your About section allowed to be seen. So I do not know how to send you a link through your private message. That's suckified. Big time.
Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't. I said, don't go there.
He has to change the layout of his homepage.
Rick, are you a member? Are you associated with me on Facebook? I can't remember. There's Donnie Pavellini of Donnie Pavellini Outdoors. Let's see here now. Dang, Donnie. That fella never would right. He'll never be right, I guarantee you.
Lord have mercy.
Let's see. Rick, I don't know what you do, man. I really don't. Somewhere in your setup on YouTube, I don't know.
It's under
Charlie,
layout.
you know anything about it?
I found mine under layout.
Yeah, well, where do you lay out at?
That I couldn't tell you. I just happened to find it by accident.
Tommy, I'll be on the show, man, but here lately, I'm going to let y'all know something. ManLand, or Mark here, I have had a big change at my where I work at now. I am now in a position where I can start making a little bit of money. So we're looking at like 50 hours a week, and that's going to be set in stone. So that's 10 hours of overtime. I am now currently only getting 2 days off a week. And those 2 days off a week are not back to back. They're broke up unless it happens to fall on the weekend that I'm off on. And that messes up all my fun. But right now I need some money, big money, start paying some bills around here. And I complained and complained and complained, and now I'm complaining because I ain't got no time off now. I'm reading over here. I'm trying to catch up on what I'm reading up on. What piece of cheese, Donnie? Man, I've had that cheese ordered for the past 3.5 years, and it finally showed up. Well, to make a long story short, I don't want to get into my personal life, but I work at a grocery store, as most of y'all know, and it's a very small store. It's kind of like a mom and pop's deal there, but it's owned by a decently sized company. And we recently lost another cashier. So instead of hiring someone, they had this bright idea: hey, if the manager works 50 hours and Mark, you work 50 hours, and the last person there works 40 hours, well, we don't have to hire nobody. I said, so. And we have one other that works in the market back there as far as the market manager. So as long as he's happy, we're going to try to make this thing work for as long as I possibly can. So it's going to be little time. But I have put in my reservation for the next VU number 2. Go ahead, Charlie. Talk to me.
Now you're freezing up on me.
Am I freezing up on you, or are you freezing up on me?
It's pretty chilly up here. It can be.
Tell us a good one there, Mr. Charlie. I know you got one. I know you got one in reserve there. Tell us a good one right quick.
Let go of that thing. You go blind. See, I've been wearing glasses that long. You go blind. Leave it alone. Don't.
Well, I've held on to mine so long, my eyes then went around my head and come back. They just now come back around. That took about 4 years.
Oh Lord! I tell you what, it's. If I knew it was this tough getting old.
Yeah, I never would have signed up for it if I knew it was going to be this bad. And you know, the sad thing is I'm 48, and I've got customers coming there like 60 to 70 years old, and they tell me, "Oh, wait, it gets worse."
That's the scary part. I'm just ahead of you at 52. Basically done everything but died. So I guess I guess I got to be grateful.
I'm gonna try Mr. Rick one more time here. Let me close this right. Let's see. I'm already open there. Let me hit refresh. Nope. All right, tell you what, Rick. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to your last video that no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go to your video that says coaxing on the ice. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna post this link. And I think you have the ability to delete that post. I think. I just don't want trolls jumping in here when they see this link. That's all I'm saying. You think that'll work, Mr. Charlie?
Yeah, it should.
Yeah, I'm on coaxing on the ice. If I can get this thing to pause the video. There we go.
Dryer or
Leave you a comment.
Let it go for 70 minutes.
Leave a comment on there. There it is.
That should work.
Now, Mr. Rick, now when you see that link, you just delete it again. But don't block it. Don't block me. Don't report me and all that crazy crap. There it is. And it is there. It showed up. Oh, Donnie says, Rick said, you got a big old new sub. Hey, Mark Martin, when you gonna get you a webcam, man? I won't hear no excuses. Donnie, you want a link? Are you on your cell phone, doohickey thingy, thingamajigger? I just got a message from Deep South, or Stan from Deep South Experience on the video I uploaded. I've been very slowly posting clips from our first annual Southern Bushcraft Rendezvous back in October there in Morton, Mississippi. And that's probably why I didn't realize it, but Stan was not there when he was watching, when Brian was putting on his demo for the Nesmic fire, and he says, "Glad it's on video, since I missed it while I was cooking."
That was a good one.
I tell you what, Brian is very, very knowledgeable, and if you go to his channel right now, he don't have a whole lot of videos up there because he just recently, like I'd say the past 6 to 8 months, whatever it was, recently got on there, and the guy knows his stuff. He really does. And okay, Donnie, I know you're on your cell phone. That's all right, man. Where's Tommy at? Tommy want one too? You're going to have to watch this. I can't watch it. I can't be a talker and a watcher at the same time. When I'm walking and talking and I got my eyes wide open, that's when I start stumbling.
So in other words, don't give you no chewing gum.
Do what, Charlie?
Don't give you no chewing gum.
That's right. I can't do that either. For some reason I trip over it. Tell Magnus I said hello. By the way, tell Tommy that he's nothing but a Rudy Poo. Charlie, what you been doing lately on your channel there, brother?
Nothing. I just done one the other day about a coin that I won. Got the 50th anniversary 50th Super Bowl coin.
Oh,
from
cool.
Danbury Mint, and just waiting on the rest of them to come in. They'll come in two a month. So you know, they're not silver or anything like that. They're just bronze, but I like them. Of course, if you know me, you know I'm a major football fan.
Well, I'm not. I can't help you out on no football. We watch around here. I'm more or less a college football kind of fella. If I was into football at all.
Now, see where I reside at. We got three or four major colleges right here within driving distance of each other. There ain't no way I'd pick a college. I wouldn't even attempt to do a college, especially when it comes to basketball, because I'm right here at UNC, Duke, and NC State. So,
Go ahead, Charlie. I'm sorry. I was reading a comment by Donnie Pavolini Outdoors, and I did not want to see that comment.
But that's the reason I don't do the college ball, is because with Carolina, Duke right there, and then State right there all in the mix. No, it just ain't worth it. So we got two professional teams up here. The Carolina Panthers. And then in hockey, we got the Carolina Hurricanes, and I follow both of them. Didn't know a thing about hockey till I moved down to this part of North Carolina. I'm originally from the western part. Moved down here and met my wife, and on our second date, she took me to a Hurricanes game. Or third date, something like that. And she created a monster.
Hey, Joe. want to give a finger pointed up. I don't know how well my camera's doing,
Yeah.
man. I got to work on this thing eventually. Donnie, I'm fixing to whoop some serious Southern ass down there on the Gulf Coast, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Charlie,
Don't let that thing go.
I gotta go pee now.
Donnie, let that thing go. You'll go blind. You'll go do it. I'm glad I can't see that. Lord have mercy. Okay, everybody. Green Stanley Cup. I fill you up. I love my coffee. I love my coffee. See there, he even got the words wrong. Yeah, Toby Keith tried to steal it too. They can't none of them sing like I can, so.
Y'all, I apologize for that right there, but when I seen the relief that was typed out by Donnie, talking about that's right, Donnie, you definitely did scare the pee out of me. Hey, you wait, next time I see Donnie, there's not gonna be a rubber snake in his bunk bed. Hey, sorry about that, y'all. We got kids who just walk in and start talking. Never work with children, animals, and something else.
Clowns.
Them neither. Hey, can you do that quietly? Thank you. Yep, I sure did.
Look, ManLand, I need to get off here. The boss came in just a little while ago. She been down to Comedy Works today and working down there. She's the comedian of the family.
No problem at all.
And she goes to work at the school tomorrow, so I got to spend some time with her.
Yeah, like I say, I got to jump off here and probably another 40 minutes or so like that. The Walking Dead comes on. I'm going to make sure I don't miss that.
Yep. All right, y'all take it easy now.
Charlie, be good, man. Brother, love you.
Same here.
Okay. We got one member of the Green Cup Club that just went X-nay. Yes, it's not working. Why is it not working? Let's see here.
What have you got?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to sit there and have this slight delay. I guess ManLand's going to have to sit there and carry the conversation on by his little lonesome here. So if y'all don't mind, I'm going to ramble just a bit. And I've got nobody to converse with except people over here chatting on the side chat here on the external. The external, of course, being YouTube. So by the time y'all type something and I see it, there's going to be a little delay before I actually get the reply, about 15, 20 seconds. But y'all know how this goes anyway. So anybody want to ask a question, I'll pretend like I'm Freedom Bushcraft and just sit here and talk to myself. How about that? What's up, Mr. Mark?
Got him free.
That's right.
The one and only.
The one and the only. Y'all say hi to Mark out there. And if anybody wants a link, let me know. As a matter of fact, I know somebody who needs a link. That's Captain Free. Mark, you got your Webcam, anything on?
They need washing.
Trust me, brother, this ain't gonna last long. We got about another 40 minutes or so before I get off of here. Hey, there you go, Donnie. I like that tune right there. I sure like that. By the way, the comments won't be safe, so I'm gonna go ahead and read what Donnie has said, so we have it recorded. It says, tonight we will start the Stanley Green Cup and Bowl Society. We will be charter members. That's right, absolutely. And we have Aircord USA in the house. All right, since ManLand happens to be an expert on everything out there in this world, just ask me a question and I'll give you an answer.
Rick said the link's not working.
Who said that?
Rick.
Rick, where do you say that at?
I don't know why it's working. I don't know, man. I got to figure this thing. I got to figure it out. Where he at? Wait.
City Survivor City.
Who did?
City Survival.
Oh, Scenic City. There we go. We're going to try this. Mr. Scenic City. Now, what I'm doing is I'm right-clicking on your name. I am opening you up in a new tab here on YouTube. Now, here's the way it works. Dadgum. Hey, brothers out there in YouTube land. I don't know how you do it, but somehow or another, you don't have it set up where I can send you a private link. I cannot send you a private message. You don't have it set up to where you see it says home, this, that, and the other videos and all that stuff, and then to the side it says about. You click on about, or me as a viewer on your channel clicks about, and in there I can send you a PM. Y'all don't have yours set up to do that, and I don't know how to do it. Mine worked automatically when I created my YouTube account, so I never bothered trying to investigate how important that you do that. No one can send you a PM if you don't have that set up on your page. That's like Mr. Rick there. Mr. Scott and Free says, okay, I got a question. What is green? And if I hit a button, it turns red. If it's green and you hit a button and it turns red. A what? My wife is seriously trying to figure this one out. I already know the answer.
Tell me.
You want me to tell you? I want you to tell me and see if I know if I'm right.
Spill it.
Spill what?
What is it?
My wife says spill it. Anyway.
Tell me.
Well, if it's green and you hit a button and it turns red, in my opinion, it's a bug. And when you hit the bug, it turns bloody red. That's all I know. Squash it. I have no idea.
A frog in a mixer.
Okay, it's the frog in a mixer. Hey, I should have known that one. I should have known that one.
Yeah.
Y'all ever look at that little frog in a blender on the internet? That's funny.
All right, Toby says, what's 2 plus 2?
2 plus 2?
What?
Last I checked, 1 plus 1 equals 3. That's because one man, one woman always got to produce another one. So 2 plus 2, orgy.
Minus 4 Celsius.
Ooh-wee. Man, you need to move. If it's that cold all the time, you need to get out.
That's 2.
No, I just started, actually. let's see. Mr. City Survival, do I have your attention? Type in yes or no. That was dumb. If he types in no, I had his attention. If he types in yes, I had his attention.
Yes.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try the same thing here. I'm going to go to one of your videos. It's going to be a video like, you know your video says fat wood fire test. I'm going to click on that video. And I'm going to leave you a comment. It's not really a comment. It's actually a link to this particular chat. Let me hit pause, stop the video. Let this thing here do its loading and go down here to comments. Okay. I'm going to right click and post the link. Now the link to this chat here is going to be on the comment on your video. So once you get it operating, if you would somehow or another delete that, otherwise we'll have, well, you ain't got but 3 comments. So I doubt we get a troll to come in here. That's the only way I know to send it to you. I'm not on Facebook right now, and I don't want to be on Facebook. I get inundated on Facebook.
You need to read Donna's comment.
Says I'm going to make some good money too. Going to open a warehouse and let Ranger Cookie run it. Oh, whorehouse. Well, Donnie, that's what I've always said, man. I guarantee you, if you're gonna let Ranger Cookie run it by hand for a while, he gonna go broke within a day. He says another question: what is green? And if you hit a button, it stays green. That's a good one. I don't know. Woo-wee. Well, how many visitors are we gonna get?
A fraud that is quicker. A fraud that is quicker than a wonder.
Hey, when you're out there gigging, man, it works that way.
Should stay where you were.
I don't like that very much.
Hey, we're on live chat. The whole world's watching you. Shh. Where's Oh, Carl the Man-Man's in here. Carl the Man-Man. Hoorah! Oh, I heard something. Carl the Man-Man. Hoorah! Ah! It says Wallace of Wallace World.
How's it going?
How much of a commission do you get off this deal? How much of a commission do you get off this deal? What you need to do is on your YouTube external, click the mute button. On the YouTube version, click the mute button.
All right, how's that?
There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy because I'm watching the YouTube external. So I'm looking at what I'm motioning off, 15, 20 seconds later. It's aggravating.
Yeah, I got you.
So what's been going on, brother?
Not much. I just want to know how the hell you're going to make a frying pan out of a flat rock. Ever since you left that comment on my my video, it's got me intrigued.
Okay, have you not watched any YouTube videos out there where they cook a steak or something on a rock?
I have not. I will be totally honest. I have totally missed that.
You are missing out. It's one of the simplest, easiest things in the world to do. Well, I ain't gonna say it's simple. Hold on, let me back up. If you get a rock and you put it next to the campfire and it don't blow up, then it's a good rock to cook on.
So this is one of those do it at your own risk, right?
Yeah, I used to do that way back when I was married to wife number one. And unfortunately, here where I'm at now, I ain't found no decent flat rocks. But I'm sitting there watching your video, and I'm looking at all them flat rocks out there, and I'm thinking, man, we got pork and bean galore. We got steaks. We can fry some eggs on some of them some guns.
Well, it's definitely something I'm going to have to try out. That'll be a good video.
It's a lot of fun. It really is. And I've watched videos now. This is something I don't know nothing about. Is they're using these cedar planks, okay? Cook the cedar planks in water, and then they put it directly on top of, say, charcoal, which is normally what I see them done on. But somehow or another, in my mind, in my taste buds, I cannot see the flavor of cedar in with my steak. I can't comprehend that, but yet I see them doing it a lot.
Yeah.
Thinking, why not do that with oak or something that's going to have a little nice flavor to it?
Yeah, oak or hickory or something like that. Probably really good.
But they were saying cedar. And I'm like, no, I think that's a myth. I've seen some guys out there that take cedar planks, or, well, it really doesn't matter in this instance. It'd be a cedar plank, an oak plank, or some type of a good tasting wood. I guess you call wood good tasting. And they would bake their bannock and stuff on it. Now, I've seen that done, but the plank is not directly in the fire, or not on the fire, but on the coals. It's not directly on the coals. It's sitting off to the side just to hold whatever it is you're cooking in place and let the heat of the fire do its job. But the actual cedar plank cooking, you know, wood is not a conductor of heat at all.
Yeah.
It might get too warm for you to actually put your hand on while it's sitting there in the coals of the fire. But it's not actually conducting enough heat to do any frying or anything like that. A rock, on the other hand, it too is a poor conductor, just like cast iron. It's a poor conductor of heat. But normally, if you get a rock thin enough, chances are it's going to crack, break, split, or something like that, and you usually end up with a thicker type of rock that takes a lot longer to heat up. But we used to do that back in the day when we were out camping, hunting. We had a little deer camp set up out there, and I used to cook on the rocks out there all the time. And we were using slag rock, those big white rocks you find next to bridges and all that stuff. And we'd find some rocks out there that actually had a flat side to it, and we're sitting there next to the campfire when we had them lined up. And we would just wash one off with water, and we'd throw our steaks and stuff on top of it, but it was not sitting directly in the coals.
Well, I heard you say something about The Walking Dead just a minute ago. I just happened upon your link about your live show, and that's why I popped in here, because this house stops at 9 o'clock every Sunday just for The Walking Dead.
Yes, sir. I'm a Walking Dead fan, and I tell you what, there is no bigger fan of The Walking Dead than me. I'm such a great fan of it that I'm also its best critic. So far, everybody they have killed off, the deaths made no sense. And I cannot understand in this show. Now, you tell me something. You tell me something, brother. Be honest. You got all these dead walking folks walking around you, zombies, trying to eat you. But yet your life is so boring that you got to have some kind of controversy on the side and get sidetracked. And then a zombie comes up and bites you on the ass. I don't get it. I think in this show here, I think it's been, what, 2 to 3 year timeline, and they haven't learned to thoroughly do a thorough search of a room before they walk in there.
We're getting better. We're getting better.
Tyrese is the one that really opened my eyes up. He walks in there and he starts staring at a picture on a wall of some kids, and all of a sudden one of the little kids is a zombie, walks up and bites him on the arm from behind. And I thought, how many times have you searched the house and cleared the house and you didn't notice a little old kid?
Oh, man.
The last one was a joke. Well, I ain't gonna talk about Glenn. Don't get me started now. That Glenn, so-called Glenn death, that was a joke from the beginning.
That was good though. It left you hanging.
Well, it did, but man, when they fell off the garbage dumpster, unless they did a 360, Glenn's head would have never been up there next to the garbage can. He fell off away from the garbage can, but the next thing you saw, his head is up next to the garbage can. I said, how can this be?
I'm just glad he was able to fit under that trash dump.
I'll be glad when they finally kill him off, because I'm just tired of that. I used to like them, and now I don't. They cheated me of a real. They cheated me. They cheated me of a good death.
We might get that. We might still get that opportunity though. I don't think he's going to be around much longer. But I'm not going to say more after that because I don't want to ruin anything.
Well, I'm going to say one more thing. The last death I think was totally justified, because I did not like the little whiny kid, and I did not like the older brother, and I really did not like the mama at all. Now, she's kind of hot, but since they took Adrian away from me, I didn't care nothing about her.
I've kind of cheated a little bit and read the graphic novels, and I got quite a bit into the future of it, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut about certain things.
Well, let me just make a statement here. They're out there, and all them zombies are walking around them. You know, they got themselves covered in guts, so they kind of blend in. And the little kid, the little whiny kid, I call him, he's sitting there going, and nobody out there, when they're looking directly at that boy, saw them zombies about to grab him. They didn't see it, but he's right there in front of everybody.
He needed to go anyway.
Nobody made a move. And now the mama has got to hold the car when she gets attacked. Now, I don't know about you, but I think the last thing I'm going to have is a clenched fist on some kid's hand while I'm being eaten alive. I think I'd have let go and started swatting. I guarantee you, if it had been a swarm of bees, she'd have let go.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But anyway, that's my whole point about The Walking Dead. I love the show, and the reason I love the show is because it does have zombies in it. I've always been a fan of George Romero's zombie shows, I should say. And it seems to me that they try to do these things for dramatic effects, and I just love the show. I love the special effects. I'm gonna put it that way.
Yeah.
But it's like they need a technical advisor out there that says, you know what, you got a zombie who's been dead for 6 months. You can almost take your finger and poke through his head almost, but yet his fingers are made of steel, and as soon as he touches you, he can rip you wide open. I would like to see you take your own hand and put it on your belly right now and see if you can rip your own belly open with your own fingers. It can't happen. The science is not right behind this show. And I overthink and overanalyze everything. And you know what? While we're here talking about bushcraft, and it was Donnie Pavellini and somebody else, I cannot remember who did the test. And I did not get a chance to watch it all because I had to go to work. But they were testing some of the myths of The Revenant there. A great movie, y'all. I love the movie The Revenant. If y'all have not seen that, I encourage you, when it comes out on DVD, do what you got to do. Watch that show. That is a good movie. It's fully entertaining. Now, it's not for kids. It's not for the kiddies. It's not gory. It's not graphic. but it's the language in there that I would kind of like. That would be a no-no. But one thing I enjoyed about the show is that they were showing survival techniques in the movie, and I loved that they were doing that. However, being that I am a critical thinker, and I'm very critical when it comes to thinking, there was one survival technique. There's a lot of them in the movie that I questioned, but the one that really got my attention, and I've only seen the movie once. I need to go back and watch it to make sure that I saw exactly what I saw. When the hero is befriended by an Indian, the Indian makes a survival shelter in the snow, and we're talking about one of the worst blizzard scenarios. I mean, they made it look awful. They made it look like it was super cold out there. And he heats these rocks up, and once he heats these rocks up, according to what I saw, he takes the rocks and he puts them inside the shelter with our hero, Leonardo DiCaprio. And then he throws snow on top of the rocks. Now, I'm going to give him that. The rocks, the snow turns into steam instantly. He closes it up, and he made like a sauna in there. Now, from what I saw in the movie, he only did that once. Now, the Indian could have been doing that throughout the night. I don't know. They didn't show that in the movie. They did not show it at all. When I watched the scene, I was led to believe that he just did that one time, sealed it up, and that was it. I don't know about you guys, but when you take a rock and you throw just cold water on top of it, it cools that rock down instantly. There's no more heat. And the way that cold was just blowing out there, we're talking he might have had 15 minutes worth of relief. And then after that, it went back to cold temperatures again. So that's just one of the little myths that I saw in the movie. You know how Hollywood likes to exaggerate things, and I thought they took real life survival techniques and they exaggerated it to the point that if an individual were to actually do that or think that heating these rocks up one time and throwing snow on top of them one time is going to do it, that's a fable. It's a myth.
I watched Donnie's review of that little video he put out. I still haven't had a chance to see it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I need to go back and look at that one more time because that thing there is I'm wanting to see it because he was actually talking about the he was using Pyrodex gunpowder. Is that the one you're talking about?
Who, man? You talking to me, ManLand? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, Donnie Pavlini, he put out a short video about the Revenant. I think a little review after he went and seen it, and I haven't seen it yet, so that's what I was saying.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I haven't had an opportunity yet.
Yeah. Donnie was talking about he was doing kind of a movie review and giving it a shout out, and I'm doing the same thing. That's an awesome movie, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I don't give nobody no spoilers, but you know that the movie is about him being attacked by a bear. That scene in itself, from start to finish, is worth the entire movie. It's a CGI bear, duh, we know that, but it's uncut. It appears to be uncut, and that just blew me away. And I don't know the tricks, the behind the scenes, how they did this yet. But when I saw that from the beginning of the attack to the very end, it looked to me like it was totally uncut. That action actually happened right there in front of the camera as it happened. And I've never seen that in any movie except for a few other movies, but not with that intense action.
I just wish they'd put more movies like that out there.
Do what?
I just wish they would put more movies out there like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it was super great. I mean, there's a lot of good survival techniques that are shown in this movie. But you have to question Hollywood now because there's one scene where he has to slide into the river to try to evade the Indians that are after him. And I know that he did do that for real. I saw some of the, the background footage, behind the scenes things. But unless that water was 70 degrees versus the freezing cold, he never took one deep breath. He never showed any signs of being extra cold or anything.
Huh.
It looked like when he slid into the water, he was like, okay, I'm very comfortable. I'm just fighting the rapids now. He had no loss of dexterity while he was being flown down the river or swarmed down the river. But when he got out, they were showing him being shivering and stuff like that. Now I watched that, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Four Generations Bushcraft. He went and jumped into a pond that had ice on top of it, and he stayed in there as long as he could. And I don't think it was the first time he did probably maybe 20 seconds. The second time he made it, I don't think he lasted a minute. And he was talking to the camera, to everybody the whole way through. I'm gonna tell you something. That's Hollywood. That is what they're showing in that movie is strictly Hollywood. For him to sit there and have the dexterity in his hands to even attempt to open up his the horn flask that contained black powder, I don't think it can be done in real life. I really don't. I just don't believe that can happen. And I wanted to get Cull Craven and or Peter of FS Bushcraft up in Canada while they got some snow. I'm not going to ask them to jump in water or anything, but I would like for them to put some of these things to the test to see if this stuff is real, if it actually can be done.
I can't remember, but recently I watched the video. I wish I had subscribed to this guy's channel, but he was actually doing some tests like that where he actually submerged himself in just freezing cold water and then got back out and was actually starting a fire with a ferro rod, trying to strike it and showing the effects that it had on him and shaking and all that stuff. And I've got to try to find that again.
Yep, Four Generations Bushcraft that did that one. And then on the second one, he decided to try a bow drill. And he actually failed on the bow drill. But, I mean, that's something I would not do in real life on YouTube for nothing.
But I don't think we'll get that extreme either.
I gotta give him credit where credit's due. Donnie, you leaving us already? Go ahead, brother. I mean, Donnie's on the external over there typing. But yeah, man, The Revenant is a movie that is well worth watching.
I think Stump is he keeps asking. I think we're talking about The Revenant, Stump.
The Revenant.
With Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can't think of the guy who played the bad guy there. I don't know his name, but he steals the show. He is good. He is real good.
I'm watching both screens here. You see my head turning back and forth. I'm watching the YouTube channel on my main PC, and I've got you on my laptop in your chat over here.
Yeah, I've got two windows open right now. I've got the external wide open so I can see what's going on. What they call the external, I call it YouTube.
I didn't mean to barge in on your chat. I was just going to leave a few comments over there.
No, man, look, I'm sitting over talking to myself going, beep, 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 and I always need a Band-Aid from my finger. But I am fixing to get ready to shut this thing down here because we got to get ready to watch The Walking Dead. Have you heard the rumor about Daryl leaving the show?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, it's all over YouTube, all over the internet. They really seem to think that before this season's over with, he's going to meet his demise. And I tell you, I hate to see the character Daryl go. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think that would actually be really good for the show. Not right now, but you know, I don't know. The crazier things have happened. You know, they don't hesitate to knock the main character out. That's for sure.
Okay, well now what we were talking about earlier, let me clarify. So we were talking about the movie called The Revenant. Okay. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio and somebody else. I wish I could remember his name because he's actually the best actor in the whole movie. And to sum it up in this movie here, it's about a 3-hour movie. I don't know exactly how long I think. It's a long one. And it's based on these guys that are collecting hides and stuff to sell. And they're attacked by the Indians. The reason the Indians are attacking is because some foreigner, like French or Canadian or whoever, came into the camp and stole the chief's daughter. So they're going out looking for the chief's daughter. And so whoever they come upon, they're ransacking, they're killing, they're wiping people out trying to find her. Well, in the middle of the movie, like I say, I'm not giving spoilers. This is how the plot of the movie goes. If you know anything, it's based on this famous character, very loosely based, I might add, that he's attacked by a grizzly bear. And the guys that are carrying him out cannot tote him along. They decide to leave him behind and a very small group of people to be left with him so that when he does die, they can give him a good Christian burial and then haul butt and catch up with the rest of the group. Now, that's what the whole movie's based on. But you've got all these subplots going on in the meantime. And it's a very, very entertaining movie. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat. You'll be glued to the screen while the whole thing's playing. The cinematography of the movie is just absolutely amazing. The behind the scenes, they only had like 2 to 3 hours to film each day because the director wanted a certain light and he got that light, and it's just amazing. You talk, man, it makes me as a somebody who likes to go outdoors and stuff very, very envious of the camera work and how they was able to make everything look 3-dimensional just using the lighting that they had. It's beautiful. Leonardo he does not say much in the movie. He's the character itself does not. He's very, very, very few words to speak. And in the movie, he does a lot of flashbacks. He has these dream type of sequences, and that's to me that's a little bit annoying. Well, that's a whole lot annoying to me. They could have actually done away with most of that. They could have just kept a couple of them in there, and it would have made sense later on in the movie. But and that's the only negative thing I could say. But what I was talking about is in the movie, they show a lot of bushcraft survival techniques in the movie, which I thought was brilliant. However, when you watch these things, if you had any experience actually practicing these things, it seemed like Hollywood took a lot of liberty to stretch out the truth of these survival scenes. That's where I have a line to draw right there, because it was Mark that was talking about, you know, everybody showing these as an example, these Walmart tarps that you buy, these blue tarps, and even though they're cheap, but in reality, how well do they work? How well will they hold up? How long will they hold up? So you got to be careful what you see here. People putting out information that they assume will work, but they never actually done it. That's my questioning there. Got a lull here. Did we lock up?
I'm still here. I'm still listening to you.
Okay. Well, tell us what's going on with your channel right quick.
Well, I'm a young channel. I'm just now getting started. And, my main, I guess, interests are going to be basically I'm kind of getting into the bushcraft scene right now, and mainly, you know, I'm watching a lot of videos and getting a lot of ideas, and you know, I'm taking that stuff and then I'm going to go out and try to put it in use in the field myself, and you know, hopefully learn some things, and you know, and share some stuff that I come up with. You know, it's just interesting to me. I guess I don't know what it is. I guess the older I get, the more and more I want to get outdoors and do things. So it's all just kind of new to me, and I thought, well, why not just do a channel and kind of take everybody along with me as I go. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to get something like this started. So I'm a little slow at it, but every opportunity I get, I'm trying to get some kind of content out there just to get started. Where did he go? I guess he went after his green cup, hadn't he?
All right. Well, we're back up here. She didn't say nothing. I think she was snoozing.
You stay gone too long. I run out of stuff to say.
Well, I tell you what, man, when the bladder call hits you, you gotta go.
You put me on the spot with that one. I hadn't prepared my speech yet.
Hey, look, I'm not a professional at all. That's why I call myself the amateur. Well, in case y'all are here and you don't know who I am what I go by on my YouTube channel, ManLand 121, and I go by the subtitle of Amateur Artist Mark D. Chandler. And I know absolutely nothing out there in this world. I like to make people laugh. That's what my channel is predominantly about. I love camping, the outdoors, that type of thing. And I have been referred to as the Ernest P. World of the great outdoors. And I don't mind that analogy because Jim Barney is one that I absolutely love. And yes, there's a lot of his character in what I do here on YouTube. However, I do go back to the old favorites of Jonathan Winters and Red Skelton. I love them. I try to put that type of humor in the mix as well. Jonathan Winters, of course, is the master of improv. When you see me on YouTube, there is no script. I make it up as I go along. So that's why it does not look professional. So I love to cook. I never said I was good at it. I just love to cook. And I love the idea of using camping equipment. My thing when I was on YouTube, when I first started and I was just watching videos, I kept seeing people boil water, and they boiled water, and they boiled some more water. And then somebody would boil some rice. And I thought, okay, this is camp cooking, I suppose. There was just a handful of channels that actually cooked what I considered a gourmet type of meal on a campfire. And I'm talking about just a handful. And I found that quite annoying. So personally, I decided that would be my little trick or genre, whatever you want to call it, here on YouTube, was to actually cook in the great outdoors. Unfortunately, when I had that ability, we had to move to some apartments, and I'm not able to go outside and build a fire and actually do the cooking that I want to do. We've got property here behind the apartments that is owned by an individual who lives in another state, and we cannot contact this guy, so we're not allowed to even operate a charcoal grill here at the apartments. It has to be an electric grill, and I don't even know what an electric grill is. Don't have a clue. So my thing is that I can't get out there and actually do the videos that I want to do unless I actually trespass on someone else's property to get out into what I call the sticks, where I'm at locally, or to make a trip to one of our local campgrounds out here, which is called Turkey Fort. And once you're out there, they want you to cook only in designated spots, or to build a fire only in designated spots, which is the one with a fire ring, or they have these charcoal grills set up. That's the only two places you can have a fire. So life sucks. You know,
I'm pretty much in the same boat in this area I'm at right now, the same way you are. You know, there's not a lot of available, you know, land or places very close to me that, you know, I could go, you know, and do stuff that I want to do. You know, I feel more comfortable having a landowner or somebody that I was familiar with and knew me, you know, to do stuff like that. It does make things a lot easier, and, you know, eases your mind at least. But just utilizing what you got. Your videos, dude, I tell you, I'm gonna go ahead. I haven't watched one yet, but I don't smile every time I see it. So, you know, it's definitely great to watch your videos, and as far as I'm concerned, you do a really good job, you know, with what you have there available to you, and I think it's great.
I appreciate it. I mean, I work really hard at trying to increase the quality. I try to do different camera angles, that type of thing, but that's for somebody who doesn't do this kind of thing. That's a lot of work. And I try to just do, I want to have fun with it. This is a hobby. I do not monetize my channel. I do not allow advertisements on my channel unless the only advertisements I do is for other channels. I'll put it that way. Shout outs is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy this community. I've learned an awful lot. These guys and gals are great out there. They are fantastic. And we're talking about people that just show what they're cooking on their stoves inside the houses. I love recipes. I'm into the cooking thing. That's my thing. But I watch gear reviews. But I'm not a knife guy. You know, there's only so many knives I need. As long as one cuts some frog legs up, I'm happy with it. But I've always said this: one cook pot does not do it all. And I firmly believe that, because it's just plainly the truth. And but I love gear reviews. If I see somebody showing off a new piece of gear when it comes to cooking, my eyes are glued to it. When it comes to tents, survival, I'm talking about survival, shelter stuff, I'm kind of partially involved in that. I guess if I were to label who I am as far as what I do here on YouTube, I would say I'm a camper. I'm a car camper. In other words, I pull up to the campsite, I take 2 steps, I'm at where I need to be, I'm done. I'm not a hiker, and I'm not putting anything against them at all, because it's a lot of the hiking videos that I watched. It's very entertaining. And thanks to the ultralight backpackers out there, because of them, these companies that produce these materials are really making some super lightweight equipment for all of us to enjoy. I mean, that's great. But yeah, I come from the days of the old Coleman stoves and Coleman lanterns, and you know, everything that you had to have a trailer to be able to haul the things with. That's where I come from. And
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, I miss all that. And I see some guy out there with a what he calls a I don't know, a 2-day or a 3-day backpack, and I'm thinking, man, you know, where you got 3 days worth of water at? Where you got 3 days worth of food? Because when I go camping, man, we've got hot dogs, marshmallows, s'mores, and steaks and everything else, fish we got to fry. And, we got to have a propane tank. That's the area that I come from, and I've missed all that. I really did enjoy it.
What area are you in, ManLand? Are you like the Florida, Georgia area? I'm not real sure. I don't know if you ever say it or if you want to say it, but I was just going to ask.
Well, ask the question again.
What area are you located in?
Oh, I'm in State Line, Mississippi.
Okay, State Line,
I
Mississippi.
don't mind telling people where I'm at because Ranger Cookie already knows where I'm at.
Well, now, is Donnie, is he in Mississippi as well? Or?
Donnie is also in Mississippi. He's down there on the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
About an hour away from me.
Okay.
I am about an hour away from Mobile, Alabama.
Okay. All right.
Actually, 45 minutes. Just depends on how fast you want to drive.
Okay. So, I'm from the East Tennessee side, so.
So you're on Eastern Tennessee.
Yeah.
So you're over there toward Knoxville area.
Right below Knoxville, down towards Chattanooga.
That's wild because I used to drive for U.S. Express.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Used to go through that area, Knoxville all the time.
Well, it's ironic about that. I drove over the road for 6 years. And I actually went through a period with U.S. Express when I first started out. And I don't think I made it very long with them for just a couple of months before I transferred to another company.
Yep. I drove a truck for about 8 years and decided I done had enough of it. I wanted to get back out to where I actually had a life again.
Yeah.
And been broke ever since. Well, y'all, I see the clock is saying I got like 3 minutes left. I got to turn on The Walking Dead. Unless y'all want me to turn this webcam around and y'all watch with me.
Well, I'm with you. I'm gonna have to get up here and go tune mine in. But ManLand, I appreciate you giving me an opportunity. I really didn't want to budge in on the chat there, but
brother, that's fine. That's the whole thing right there. I turn this thing on at the whim of a moment. It is not planned, and I appreciate you being on here because talking to myself gets kind of lonely.
I understand.
But anyway, y'all take them easy and take them care. I want to thank my special guest that was on here and everybody that was in the side chat there. I really do appreciate it. Y'all stay tuned for further videos. I do have shout outs to give out, and I'm going to at least give one shout out per video. I know I made my mind up on that. So, brother, appreciate you being here.
All right, thank you.
Anything else you want to say right before we sign off?
Hey, keep putting those videos out, guys. They're awesome. Don't stop. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's a great community, and I'm just speechless and just being able to get in here and participate with you guys, and I hope to be able to do more in the future.
Absolutely. And in the future, when I get a little more professional at this right here on the live chats, I would actually like to kind of do what Freedom Bushcraft does. I'd like to get somebody out here that we can actually converse back and forth in the bushcraft community, share some tips and tricks. Well, I'm not going to share anything. I'm going to be learning. So we appreciate it, y'all. Y'all take them easy and take them care. This is amateur artist Martin D. Chandler from ManLand.